These are some of my favorite affirmations that I use to stop myself from being brainwashed. And what I mean by that is, have you ever noticed that people love to say, oh, when I was a kid, time just felt like it went on, and now that you're getting older, time just flies by. You never have enough time. People just love to say that. That gave me crippling anxiety, so I was like, wait, my new affirmation is, I always have more than enough time. I always have more than enough time. And you know what? Life kind of feels like when I was a little kid again. I just have time. I got time, okay? I always have more than enough time, and you're not going to brainwash me with that. Another one is when people say, oh, like the magic of Christmas and like childlike wonder, you know, that all just goes away. Not for me. I love saying my life feels like a fairy tale. My life feels like a fairy tale, okay? I don't care what you have to say. Your life might suck, and being an adult might suck for you, but I don't have to believe what you believe, and I feel like my life feels like a fairy tale. Another one that I love to say is, nothing is too good to be true for me. Nothing is too good to be true for me. I cannot stand. I won't even be around people who say that a lot. Oh, that's too good to be true. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here with that. No, thank you. I will not be participating in such negative activities. Miss me with that. Okay. I guess I don't use this as an affirmation. It's just a way that I think about it. But when people tell you, like you have to work really, really hard for money, and you just have to work so hard, and the only way to get a lot of money is to either work really, really hard and be super smart, or you have to like scam people and be an evil person. That's not true, and that will mess up your whole mentality and like energy about money. And let me tell you, it messed up mine too, because I was out here working, and I was making no money. So then I stopped thinking about earning money in terms of hard work, and I started thinking about earning money in terms of like my frequency, my energy, my my beliefs about it. And I started making a lot more money, way more money than I ever did before in the last few months. And it wasn't because I was working harder. It was because I was aligning myself like energetically, and it's not that I wasn't working, but I was working more aligned. I was working a lot more like creatively and like in tune and in flow. And it wasn't a force. And it wasn't because I had to work so hard. It was just like, you know, it was flow. It was easy. I was like EFT tapping every single day. Like, I make money. Okay. Anyways, that like completely changed. And now I genuinely am feeling very financially secure. And I never felt that before. And it was because I was listening to people who were telling me I just had to work harder. Or everything's a scam. No, it's an energy thing. It's all about your energy, okay? Okay, another one I just hear adults say all the time: life isn't fair, and I'm unlucky, and nothing ever goes my way. Nothing ever goes the way that I plan it to. I'm sure you hear adults or like anybody complain and say those things all the time. And it's I cannot be around people who say these things. I genuinely, get away